The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
you now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now.
They'll run with Clement. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Man 5-7.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st down, Wentz. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Back to the ground, Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Give. This is Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now Jackson on second down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here. To a third down. Jackson now off the bootleg. And that's complete. It's Watson. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Jackson on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
On second down, Jackson. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. K1 short. Coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Jackson now. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So out come the Falcons now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start the drive with Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
81.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
On the carry, here's Clement. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Benjamin. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
This 5-2.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A run, it's Clement. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week, it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And Lutz puts this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go now.
Now Jackson off the bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier.